Welcome back. It is time now for us to enter into the Moolaadhara chakra. The Moolaadhara chakra is located at the base of the spine. In Sanskrit, Moolaadhara means the root and basis of existence. Moola means root and Adhara means basis. This chakra is locked by fantasy and imagination. It can be made to flower by dropping the fantasies and welcoming reality. The Moolaadhara chakra is concerned with sex, fantasy, and imagination. The most talked about subject, thought about, and written about subject is sex. The most misunderstood, misinterpreted, and confusing subject is also sex. We either try to avoid the subject or we try to indulge in it. Sex is deeply buried in our unconscious minds. Right from the start, we find no one to enlighten us on the truth about sex. Sex, more than any other subject, needs to be illumined. It needs to be illumined with the light of consciousness. Our condition right now is like that of a man walking in a forest on a pitch dark night. Somewhere there is a big pit that has been dug and kept. The man who tries to avoid the subject is in total unawareness. He doesn't even know where the pit is. Then how can he avoid it? The man who indulges in the subject is aware of the pit, but can't see any other way than to jump straight into it. Can either of these be the solution? What to do? One should know where the pit lies and then take the right steps to move around it. The topic of sex is always swept under the carpet. It is a taboo topic. Parents do not come out and discuss it with children. First of all, the parents themselves don't know the underlying facts of the subject. On any subject, you need to ask an authority, else you will miss the right understanding. And when you miss the right understanding, you misunderstand. A small story. A lady received a letter from her son's school teacher. The teacher had written that the boy was unable to see the board clearly and therefore he made mistakes while writing. The lady promptly took her son to the eye doctor. The doctor examined the boy and then wrote out the prescription. It read, haircut. We laugh at this, but I tell you, this is what we all go through most of the time. If you go to the right person in the first go, you will get the solution. Else, you will go around in circles following useless patterns advocated by so-called authorities and you will waste your life. Still worse, you will be advocating these patterns to future generations also. This is how the convention sets in. When you allow convention to set in, it becomes a Herculean task to break free from it, because convention becomes the truth over the years. When the master appears, his first job becomes to undo all that has been done to you. Only then can he start penetrating you. Only then he can start showing you what you really are. It is a tough job for him because you have advanced so much in your own track. You have advanced so much that you wonder how you could be on the wrong track. Now let us come to what is sex. Sex is a tremendous creative energy. It is a meditative energy. The whole world has arisen out of sex energy. Our ancient enlightened masters, the rishis, they have given us great clarity on this subject. Do you know that Vatsyayan, the man who wrote the Kama Sutra, the book on the science of sex, was a sannyasi. He was a celibate. In fact, he delivered the Kama Sutra to his own mother. After his enlightenment, he came to his mother one day. She told him that if he was enlightened, then he should have insight into any subject on planet Earth. He agreed and he asked her what she might like to hear from him. She told him, "As your mother, I know that you are a celibate since birth. There is no chance that you would know anything about the subject of sex. Can you tell me something about it?" Vatsyayana smiled and delivered the Kama Sutra, the science of sex. Vatsyayana was questioned once, "What authority do you have to speak on this subject?" A natural question. I think many of you might be silently putting this question to me also. The answer that Vatsyayana gave, I am translating into modern language for you using a modern analogy. An electrician who visits your home knows exactly what happens when each electric switch in each room is put on and off. He knows the entire circuit hidden beneath the wall. If there is a problem, he can gauge the possible problem and give a solution for it, is it not? This is because he understands the science of electricity. On the other hand, you who puts these switches on and off 50 times a day have absolutely no idea what is actually going on behind them. Am I right? Many of us know nothing more than how to put on and off the switches. That's why we sometimes get an electric shock. So understand, we may be fathers, we may be mothers, grandparents, but still we may know nothing about sex. We are all under continuous hormonal torture. The television and other forms of media show lust in various forms, and we watch this and we think we know all about sex and love. Only an enlightened person can give you the science of sex. India over the years has been looted of vast wealth and land. None of these were great losses to India. And after every invasion, it came back and society stood up. Finally, our Gurukul system, the olden days system of learning at the feet of the master, was abolished completely, and Kama Sutra, the science of sex, was stopped being taught to children. This was the greatest blow to India. This is when people stopped understanding the meaning of sex and started going behind lust or karma. Have you watched two people playing a game of chess? When you simply watch the game, very often the right move suggests itself to you, but somehow it never occurs to the two players. How many of you have observed this? What do you think could be the reason? Swamiji, is it because we are not involved in the game? Exactly. Actually, the man who is witnessing is not under pressure to win. Pressure and stress make the mind dull. So only the man who has come out of the game, who is a mere watcher, can give you the right idea about it. What is sex? Today, biology has proved that no man is 100% man and no woman is 100% woman. A man is 51% man and 49% woman. Likewise, a woman is 51% woman and 49% man. Just a difference of 1%. You have taken birth from the Moolaadhara of your father and the Moolaadhara of your mother. Then how can you be only male or only female? The qualities of both are bound to be there in you. This is the reason behind our symbolic representation of Lord Shiva as Ardhanarishwarar, the figure that is half male and half female. Whether we accept it or not,